Hi, I'm Emelia Hartford. I am an actress, and I'll be racing for Porsche Motorsports in Formula E. I did race last year.
Next, it is Emelia Hartford.
And I came home with Grand Champion. I was blown away. I had so much self-doubt. I didn't think that I could do it. It's a different beast. I have no idea how fast I was going last year. I go by the feel of my butt and looking at the track where my eyes are, hopefully looking ahead and not at a wall. I've been thinking about it ever since, and now I'm finally here in Jeddah. I'm so excited. I want to win. I don't come here not to try to win. That'd be sick to be waving an American flag on the podium. I guess I am the only American driver, so gotta represent.
You've done this before.
I have. I'm a little intimidated by the steering every time I get in these cars because it's so heavy, but I do have the advantage of having been in one of these cars before.
But there's no power steering, that's right.
Right. It's completely manual and it's very stiff. So when you're doing through the chicanes, like full lock to lock, it's a lot.
Yeah. Have you been hitting the gym, doing like, I don't know what the exercises are called, but the ones that would help with that?
Yeah, I've been lifting up the remote. I've been grabbing pizza. Opening the fridge is really hard sometimes. And the walk from the couch, my God.
Honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then just go out and thrash them all when they will have trained for it.
Yeah. No, I've been trying to work out, but there's only so much you can do.
Yeah, exactly. You're busy, you're probably a busy woman. Like, you've got stuff to do.
But yeah, I just want my goal is to be ahead of the car, not let the car be ahead of me. So.
Smart woman, smart woman. Okay, I'm wishing you luck.
So, Emelia, tell us, how does it feel to drive the 9RX electric for the first time?
This is absolutely amazing.
Lap time is on target. You're doing a very good job. You don't need to travel any faster than that. Doing a good job.
So that's faster than that other 135 time?
You are slower by 1,000th of a second.
Emelia Hartford out in a few moments' time. She's actually a returnee to the Formula E EVO Sessions. American automotive content creator, presenter and producer, but has also been racing in Pikes Peak for Porsche, finished second in her class last year, so really impressive and has got some proper behind-the-wheel experience. She'll be going up against Senor Frog's Burnt Chip. She's, of course, with the Porsche team. Burnt Chip is going to be out with the Jaguar outfits. Jaguar winners here this weekend in the Jeddah, I was going to say moonlights, but that's probably not the correct way of putting it. Actually, for that matter, Porsche were on Friday as well. So two winning teams from this Jeddah Corniche circuit about to go out on the track. So how it works in Formula E in the duels format, you get one out lap, you get one flying lap, and that is your lot. You can see we had the qualifying session earlier on, and Chip was 7 seconds or so faster than Emelia Hartford, so quite a pace difference between them. However, we have seen drivers struggling to get the pace and performance of the car over the course of that one flying lap. In the qualifying session, they had 15 minutes to do it. Here, very different set of circumstances.
Yeah, I'm surprised at that, actually, given Emelia's experience. So I'm going to go with she just did enough to make it through, and she's going to be the biggest improver in this head-to-head.
And she blasts out onto the track then. So the American driver, as you said, known for making automotive car content, doing track and drag strip testing and vehicle engineering and modification projects. See how she's going to fare in this one. As you say, a second appearance in the EVO Sessions.
Looking like a good out lap, good build lap. and we'll get a much better idea once she launches into the first sequence of corners, just where her head's at.
Yep, coming down the start-finish straight, then accelerating up in towards turn 1, find the braking point, find the apex, and nice and smooth through turn 1 and 2.
Well, apex is at both of those corners, so looking sweet so far.
Yep, down in towards turn 4. Can see drivers here taking a bit of a late apex, slightly early there for Emelia, but she gets it all rotated quite nicely, using all of the available road at her disposal. Turns 5 and 6 has caught a few of them out. She takes a bit of a lift going into there. Of course, the tyre's not really up to the optimum working range at this point, so it's a case of driving towards your ability, and again, you can hear her sort of lifting off the throttle, coming down towards the bus stop. We've seen a few drivers getting it wrong, but not for Emelia. Nice and smooth through there. She makes it through quite easily.
Yeah, and leaving plenty of margin on the exit of those corners to that unforgiving concrete wall.
Yeah, down in towards turn 13. This is where we saw Izzy Hammond ending up in the barrier a few minutes ago. You can see we've split the screen here, so we've got a couple of onboard angles to bring you. Down in towards this corner, bit of rear locking into there as she uses the brakes, gets the car rotated quite nicely, and blasted out of turn 13 in towards the penultimate chicane on this lap.
I think this is looking a very solid lap. I'm not sure how much quicker it is than her qualifying lap, but to me it looks like several seconds.
Well, 25.1, just to put that into context, that's the first sector time that she set. The drivers in Formula E this weekend were setting 21.3, so it's not actually a million miles away in that sector. And a nod of the head there for the Quick Stars team principal, Vic Starr, as he see Emelia Hartford coming to the timeline. It's a 1:32, 1:48. That's quicker than we saw Bazinga do in the quarterfinals. That's a nice, steady, good benchmark time for Hartford to set. The question is, though, is Chip going to be able to beat it in a couple of minutes when he goes out in the Jaguar?
Perfect, 3 seconds off. Cool down and pit.
Confirm, cool down and pits.
And we look over to the Jaguars then as Chip exits on to the racetrack then. Through the final one we go now for Burn Chip. Is this going to be a time that takes him to the top of the pile in quarterfinal 3 and deposes Emelia Hartford in the Quick Stars? Chip comes to the line. It's a 1:31.764. It is faster than Emelia Hartford by just over 3.5 tenths of a second, and Hartford will go no further than quarterfinal 3 as the Jaguar, the Senor Frogs team, and Burnt Chip go through into semi-final 2.
I honestly thought I had him. I took 3 seconds off my lap time. He was one of the faster drivers, ran slower than what he did earlier. And in the last section where these 2 really tight chicanes are, he made up a second of time. And I just don't have the muscle strength in that area, but...
That's so annoying. So you think it was that, like because it was his last section, you said, that was like so strong.
At least in that section, he was a second behind, went through that section, and that's where he gained the time, so... it was so close.
It's okay, you won last year, so you've got that. It's like, let's give him a turn, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I'll win every year I can get, but you're right, we should be kind and give others a chance.
Exactly. He'll take it. Yeah. You've already got enough going on. You're so skilled, so it's fine.
Emelia Hartford also, and it didn't work out for the Quick Stars team, did it? Because they backed the wrong horse in the quarterfinals for that double points take.
Yeah, but she came so close. She was only, I think, 4 tenths off.
It wasn't far.
Getting through, it was so close for her.